Hello children, today let's learn about the rounding decimals. So we have already learnt about the decimals. What are decimals? Decimals are nothing but a decimal can be defined as a number whose whole number part and the fractional part is separated by a decimal point, right? So and the dot is also called the decimal point. The digits following the decimal point shows the values smaller than 1. So the decimal is a concept. Learning the decimals means we are learning the numbers, the digits which are less than 1, right? So today in this class we'll learn how to round these decimal numbers. So here we have some rules we have to follow while rounding the decimal numbers. Like we have rounded the whole numbers, and the concept is same. Only what you have to see. There are the two rules to round the rounding decimal numbers. So what you have to see? You have to see the digit at the tenth place. So firstly, we have to understand what are the tenth place, hundred place, and thousands place, in which we have already learned in a decimals number. So let's have a look on the number, that is 274.97. And you know that each digit has its own place. Yes. So what I'm saying. So this decimal point is separating the numbers in two parts, separating the digits into two parts. So the first part, which is on the left side of the decimal point, it is called whole numbers. It is called whole numbers, right? And the digits which is on the right hand side of the decimal points, which are following the decimal points, are called fractional part. Why this is called a fractional part? Because its base is 10, 100, thousands, like this. These are called fractional numbers because it comes in a fraction in a p by q form. So let's learn about this number. So we can see that before a decimal point, we can see that the number digit is 4. And what is this? This is nothing but a whole number. 274 is a whole number because it comes on the left side of the decimal point. So here the 4 is having its place once. Its place is once. So if I'll remove this part, if I'll remove the fractional part, what you will see? If I'll remove this one, just cut this one, so you will see the whole numbers on the left hand side, which we are learning, right? So you always write the starts adding, subtracting, multiplying, divide from the multiply from the ones place, right? But what about the digits after a decimal point? What about these digits after a decimal point? These are called a fractional part or a decimal numbers. So here we are talking about the decimal numbers. So the 4 digit is on the ones place, and 7 is on the tens place, and the 2 is on the hundred place. In the same way, if you will move from left to the right, then you will get the decimal numbers. And its 9 is having its tenth place. It's not tens place because there is a lot of difference between tens and a tens place. Because why it is tens? Because it is having a base 10, right? So base 10 means the number is says that the numerator is 9 and the base is 10. 10 is the denominator. That's why it comes in a p by q form, fractional part, right? In the same way, 7 is on the hundreds place. Hundreds means the 7 denominator is 100. If it comes like this, it means it is a decimal numbers, and you can convert in a decimal number. It will come like this: 0.07. Its value is 0.07 in a decimal form. Okay, that's why it is 0.07. It's a hundreds place. And again after that, after 100 you will get thousands place, 1 by 1000. So let's study about these number, how to round these numbers. So firstly we have to follow the rule: digit at the tens place is 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are rounding the digits at the tens place, suppose that if you are rounding, let's say an example, rounding of the numbers to the nearest one, you know that what is 1? We are talking about the ones place. Here the ones place is on the left side of the digit, because whole numbers we always write from the ones place uh, on the left of the decimal point. So this would be your ones place. So we are just talking about ones place, so we'll write only one. So here we are rounding the digit 7, and 7 is on the ones place. So if I will see the digit on the right side of my decimal point is 3, and you know that 3 is less than 5. The concept is same. Like we are rounding the whole number, the concept is same. So 3 is less than 5. So what it means that 7 will remain same? Yes, because the rounding place will remain same if the digit is less than 5 and number 3 is less than 5. So that number will replace with 0, and in between there is a 1 dot. So you have to put the decimal point and the ones place digit will remain same. Your answer will be 7.0, and we have rounded the decimal number 7.3 in our nearest to ones, and it will be 7.0. Okay, let's try one more question. How to round the nearest one. As we can see that the digit 6 is on ones place because it's coming on the left side of the decimal point. And what is on the right side of the ones place? It is 8, and 8 is greater than 5. So no need to worry about it. Only we have to increase the rounded place by 1. So firstly, let's replace the digit 0 by 0. 5 replaced with 0, because rest of the digits on the right side of the rounding numbers will become 0, and 8 will also turn into 0. This point we cannot forget to put. And sixth place, what will happen? Here the number is 8 is bigger than 5, so it will increase by 1, 6 will become 7. And we have rounded the number 6.850 as 7.000, or you can write 7 as well, because 7 is a whole number only if it is having a 0 after decimal point. Let's round the number nearest to 10. Like we have rounded the ones place. So if we are talking about the 10th place digit, firstly we have to see the place 10, because it makes a very important concept. So we know that after a decimal point 10th place come. So this would be T, and the small th I am going to write to make it 10th. And we know that 1 is on the 10th place, but concept is same of the rounding numbers. We have to see the digit on the right side of the numeral. This will be 0, and 0 is again less than 5. What will happen? What will happen? The digit on the right side will become 0. So we'll write 0, and it will remain as it is because it will not change, and the rest of the numbers will copy right down. It means the answer is coming same. It will not change because the 0 is less than 5, so the rounded number will remain same. That's why we have copied down 1. Okay, let's try the next one. 783.86. Which place is this? This is the 10th place. This is 10th place. When we are talking about a TTH, it is 10th place. It comes after decimal point TH. Now 8. What is on the right side of 8? It is 6. And 6 is greater than 5. So the rounding place digit increased by 1. So it will become 9. And firstly, we have to replace the digit 6 with 0. We have to increase 8 by 1, and it will become 9. Then you have to put a decimal point, and the rest of the numbers we will have to write as it is. It will not change because we are changing only the 10th place. This is the solution. Let's try rounding of the numbers nearest to hundredths. So we have to see that firstly hundredths place. This is your tenths place, and if you will move further, you will get hundredths place, hundredths HTH. So 6 is on the hundredths place, so you need to see the rightmost digit, that is 9, and 9 is so strong number, and it is greater than 5 also. So what will 9 will do? It will start pushing the digit 6, and 6 will become 7 because we are rounding that number, and 9 will replace with 0. Rest of the digits you have to copy down as it is, because we always mix the zeros which comes on the right side of the rounding numbers. The next number is 417.048. Firstly, we have to see the hundredths place. So this is your tenth place. This is your hundredths place. HTH. So 4 is on the hundred place. We have to see the digit on the right side of the hundred place. It is 2 only. And 2 is less than 5. So the digit 4 will remain same. We'll write 2 as 0. 4 will remain same. 0, rest of the digits we have to just copy down with the decimal point. Okay, you have to do the questions like this, all of the numbers. This is the process how to round the decimal numbers nearest to 1, 10th and 100. Thank you so much.